for today's Casa Calendar Update, where we let you know what's going on in the land of enchantment. And today we're talking about the new issue of Edible Magazine. One thing that we know we have right here in New Mexico is great food and amazing restaurants that cater to serving you delicious meals. But with so many restaurants, how can you keep track of your favorites? Well, Edible Magazine is helping you answer that exact question. So joining me now to tell us about your one-stop shop for your restaurant guide, Edible Magazine, is Walt Cameron. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah.
I love food. I love New Mexico, so this is my perfect magazine. So what's coming up in the new issue?
Actually, well, what we're here actually is helping promote local food. We want to promote what's going on. So one of the things we're very proud of doing is we want to pair restaurants like Vernon's Speakeasy with local vendors. And one of the things that we're doing is we're pairing them with an off-season vendor, Via Merriam Coffee, and they're going to do something really exciting for us today.
We are in the kitchen this morning with Richard Pfaff on behalf of Vernon Speakeasy and Juan Certain of Via Merriam Coffee. We are fusing two of my favorite things, red meat and coffee. Couldn't start your day off any better. So, Chef, what are we doing today exactly?
This is a local New Mexico short rib.
Okay.
We're trying to showcase that we are purchasing locally and trying to be a responsible restaurant.
Okay.
Local short ribs. I got wild mushroom risotto to go underneath. We got a little bit of...
Yeah, so break down some of the ingredients that we're working with over here.
Well, over here you got a little bit of Via Merriam coffee.
Okay.
You have his espresso. A little bit of veal demi, white wine. We got some coffee beans just for garnishes. We got some local microgreens growing from right down the street from the restaurant.
Okay.
Mushrooms from Edgewood, and celery, carrots, and onions, and
so all really locally sourced.
Yes. I mean, the only thing that we can't really do locally is the risotto because it comes from Italy, and the manchego, which comes from Spain.
Sure.
But everything else is pretty much sourced.
Which is great. All right, let's dive into this and get it prepped.
All right.
So while you're doing that, Juan, I want to talk a little bit about Via Merriam Coffee. Tell us a little bit about it for those that have never had it before.
Well, the whole concept it is about local, and for us it is very important to bring the coffee from our farm in Colombia. So we have a complete seed to cup approach. We grow the coffee in a sustainable manner, then we bring it to the U.S. and we roast here locally in Albuquerque. That's really what makes our coffee so special.
Okay.
And we get super excited to work with restaurants like Vernon's, where they really focus on local and top-notch ingredients.
So do you do this a lot? Do you work? I mean, aside from just folks carrying the Via Merriam Coffee, of course you can go down to the brew in downtown, get your own right there. But do you sort of source out to different restaurants throughout the Duke City?
Yeah,
we have that.
Yeah, that's the main business. Really, is importing, roasting, and then distribution. Wholesale for restaurants to use our coffee. And we actually love to visit these restaurants and see how well. I love to just talking to Richard right now, chef here. I was loving to hear his thought about what he's putting into this meat and the recipe, and the thought after the coffee. It was pretty incredible.
Wow. Okay. So now you got the steaks on there. You just is that just a little salt and pepper on there?
No, actually, this is a coffee rub made from the coffee, fennel seed, coriander seed, kosher salt.
Wow.
Give that a smell.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. We got 3 different kinds of coffee in here. Through the magic of TV, I've already started some this morning when I came in. I just wanted to show you, get a quick little sear on there.
Okay.
You're going to put a little bit of the coffee in there.
Okay. Now, you said you got some of the coffee in the espresso.
Yes, it's he roasts the espresso beans, I'm assuming, are darker roast.
Right, they're darker.
And it just gives it a little bit more body in the sauce.
Okay.
So we got that coffee, we got a little bit of port wine and our espresso bean, and a little bit of veal stock. Now you'd put this in the oven for about 3 hours at 275 degrees, slow and low. It makes it so tender.
So you just sear in to lock the flavors to the meat.
Absolutely.
And then you're putting all this in so those flavors can infuse in the oven. Okay.
So then I'm going to just take it in the oven, and like I said, through the magic of TV, we got one already started. I'll show you what they look like when they're done.
Magic of TV, and it comes out. All right, so just out of curiosity, the blending of the espresso and the coffee, is there a reason you use the two difference, or is it just the strain?
It's that with the bitterness, the bitterness of the espresso and the sweetness of the coffee kind of plays off my manchego risotto.
Really?
It's really earthy. You got all the wild mushrooms in there, and you got all that cheese in there, and it plays. You know, that bitterness of the sauce really plays well with this season. You know, the winter season.
Now, is this a standard at the Speakeasy?
Actually, I got a new menu coming out on Tuesday, and this is one of my new dishes on the new menu.
Okay. So now, when we go to Vernon Speakeasy, do we have to have a code word? Do we have to?
You have to have
the door open.
You have to have a password.
Really?
Yes.
Can you share one with us?
I can't. It's a secret.
Oh, really? It's that intense? That's crazy. Okay.
So we're going to start off with the plate. We're going to put our little bit of wild mushroom risotto right in the center of the plate. Now, if you notice on these short ribs, let me move this stuff out of the way. When they're done, the bone starts to pull away from the meat. Now, you would take this cooking liquid and reduce it like I have here. A little bit more espresso, a little bit more butter.
All right.
And for service, I just like to cut the actual short rib off the bone. It is so tender. It is so tender.
Now, this might be a silly question here, Juan. You may know it. Does the caffeine stay in it? So if you eat this, are you going to get a coffee high?
You actually get some of the caffeine.
Okay.
As you filter and you cook, you lose some of those molecules of caffeine, but the caffeine will be there. It'll be present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is incredible, guys. Again, pick up the new Edible magazine. Go online later to casa.com. Check out their video to find out Vernon Speakeasy. Maybe there will be the secret ingredient to get in. Maybe he slipped the code word in there somewhere. Anyway, we'll be right back, guys. We're going to try this.